Hello everyone, welcome back to Owen's Treats. We'll be making deep dish apple crisp. So it's basically like you're combining apple pie with an apple crumble. It tastes delicious. We're starting to get into September, so apples. So for today's video, we'll be making deep dish apple crisp. So let's get into it. We will need 8 large apples, skin on or peel, cored and cut into thick wedges, 2/3 cup of light brown sugar, 1 rounded tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/4 cup of apple juice, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then for our crumb topping, we have 1 cup of flour all-purpose, 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 cup of butter. So with that, let's get into our first step. We're going to combine our 3 spices, our melted butter, our brown sugar, our vanilla extract, our apples of course, and then our apple juice. And then we're going to mix this together until our apples are fully coated. And now we're going to put a little bit of cling wrap over this and just let it sit for around 5-10ish minutes to almost like marinate the apples. And it also draws out extra moisture from the apples so it doesn't create a soggy apple crisp. Okay, so to make our crisp or crumble that goes on top, we have our flour, our brown sugar, our 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and then our baking powder, and then our butter, which is half melted and kind of still has some soft parts in it, and I'll tell you why. And then I have our crumble. And then we're going to stir this around. And then here is our finished crumble. So our next step is going to be assembly and then into the oven. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I have my apples here and then I have our crumble here. And so we want this heavily greased because it's going to come out pretty easy. So we're going to scoop in our apples. And we're going to try to avoid the liquid at the bottom. I'm going to press this to all the corners and make it sort of even. And this will be our bottom layer. We're going to sprinkle it on the best I can. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have our dish assembled, we're going to pop this into our 350 degree oven for around 40 to 60 minutes, depending on how crispy you want your top to be, and make sure it cools for around 20 to 30 minutes before you. Here is our finished, easy deep dish apple crisp. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Owen's Treats, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!